I forgot. I accidentally deleted all my transitions, so now there's no like fancy transition. It's just this. That's so funny. After like on Twitch, everyone has like their fancy fucking transitions and stuff. So it's so funny for it to it's like comedic. Like, okay, see you in a second. I don't know, maybe the other person that finds that funny, I'm sorry. Hi guys! Hello. 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 How's everyone? How's everyone? It's been like 2 weeks. That's a while. So what's up? What's up? How's it going? I'm a bit disturbed by how much black and red is happening. I'm not used to that. But this is the only thing I can think that I wouldn't care at all if paint got on it. Like, at all. I don't wear this outside the house. And then also, literally a week before I was like, black and red's gonna make me throw up, I bought these headphone covers. So I'm stuck with them. I do want to get different headphones at some point, though. I don't like these ones. Anyway. Hello, everybody! Hello! I'm good. I've been playing Red Dead all day. Oh! Dude, I want to replay Red Dead at some point. I feel like I always start... If you're talking about Red Dead 2. I haven't played the first one. I watched, like, all the cutscenes and an explanation of those, so I know what happens, but I've never actually played it. But, I feel like with Red Dead, I always start... I always go, I'm gonna replay Red Dead. It's time. And then I get to, like... it's not Valentine. It's, no, Valentine. I get to Valentine. That's it. And that's it. And I don't pick it up again. So, hi, Mukachu. Hi, Yoopie, Yoopie. I'm doing Path of, what? Path of Pain and, what's HK? What does that mean? What does that mean? I only have Red Dead 1 currently because I'm waiting for the second one to come out on Switch eventually. That's gonna be crazy. The idea of playing Red Dead on the Switch, the idea of running Red Dead when it first came out was insane, and now we're playing it on handheld consoles. What the fuck is happening? But hello everybody that's here. Hello anyone that's like maybe lurking as well. Hello to you too. You are here with us in silence. Yeah, I've really been wanting to stream, and like I find this fun. Like our last stream, I had so much fun. Like it was so much fun. When there's that last stream, I enjoyed it so much. Like the vibe we had going on was so fun. That since then I was like, wait, yeah, this can just be like sit and do whatever and just like have fun. So I've been trying to figure out when to stream again, and I was like, well, I don't want to stitch on stream. Like, my fingers are so bad from all the stitching I've been doing. But I don't want to play a game on stream. But I don't want to... And I was like, okay, great. So you don't want to do actually fucking anything, actually. But then the other day, I was like... I finished this book 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And I had the idea last night of painting the cover. Because I did that for a friend of mine. When I gifted them a book, I painted the cover to be their cat instead of the cat on the cover. The book was I'm a Cat. By Soseki Natsume. It's a very good book. And this cover has grown on me. This book has grown on me. Sorry, book. The cover has grown on me. At first I was like, I don't know if I like this like weird 2010s kind of cover. Because it has nicer covers and editions, but it's grown on me. But there's something about this book now and the experience it's taken me on that I want to paint it, so we're gonna paint it. But it's The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. If you have read this book, speak now. Speak now. And if you haven't, you should. If you read and you don't mind wordy books and you enjoy sci-fi, but I mean sci-fi is optional. I don't know. Trying to get this off. But it's very fun. If you've never painted the cover of one of your books, it's fun. Especially ones like these. Like, hardback books are very easy to paint, and they don't chip in the way you think they would. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah. No, I've been good. I've been pretty good. I hope you guys have been good. The on TikTok who paints Lord of the Rings is so cool. They look amazing. I think book painting is such a cool idea. I think I really like the idea of painting books when I finish them. Like, every book I finish, I paint the cover, so it's a good sign of whether I've read it or not, though generally, my way of doing that is I only put books that I've read on my bookshelf, and otherwise they just sit in this pile by my bed that I just make my way through. There are some exemptions to that. Like, I got Crime and Punishment, and if you don't know how big that book is, it's like fucking like 3 of these, or like 2.5 of these. And I was like, this is gonna actually destroy the side of my bed, so I'm just gonna put it on the bookshelf. But yeah. This book is so amazing. It's also like a queer must-read. If you have like a funky gender experience, taps sign. I do in fact judge a book by its cover. Fair enough. I'm just gonna get started because I know immediately that I'm lathering this in white, so I'm just gonna get to it while we do that. But yeah, my Game of Thrones books. Oh wait, yeah, I bet you could do some really cool shit with that. Have I not used white before? I definitely have. Didn't like that sound. But no, yeah, finished this about 2 days ago and have not really stopped thinking about it since. So, have you tried painting Pokemon cards? I've not, but I know that that's a thing that people do. I'm aware that this is something people do. I need a thicker one than that, please. I have my brushes here. Yeah, have you actually? I feel like you would indulge in that. Oh, goodbye to this cover. What if I regret this? I don't think I will. Like, imagine I just go, actually, I don't want to do this, and I end stream. Want to do that sometime? Just grab a deep Pokemon card to try painting the background for funsies. That sounds fun. You should share if you do. Hi, Nat. Hello. But no, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah. But my goodness gracious me, guys, this book. I mean, I don't even know anymore. The hold it has on me. Let me down. I've had a... What's my day been like? I've had a really strange day, actually. It's, I've been playing Hytale. Here's the funny thing. I didn't even know it was out before Smidge mentioned it in passing earlier. The only reason I know anything ever is happening is because Smidge will bring it up casually, and I'll go, wait, what? And they'll go, oh my god, yeah, you wouldn't know that. And then has to, like, explain the world to me. Which is fun. So, I only found out today it's out. Is it good? Apparently it's good. I actually cannot believe that game is finally out. It's amazing. I'm so glad. I think if the year had started off with Hytale coming out, but it's a flop, I would have felt sorry on behalf of, like, everyone that's been waiting years for this game. I'm so happy for everyone that has been waiting for it, that it's good. I don't think I'll indulge. I don't think it's really my thing, but hey. Or maybe painting the spines is a fun idea. No, I don't think I'd paint the spine. I think leaving the spine but painting the cover looks cooler as a display anyway. But I'm really considering reading Warrior Cats. It had the biggest show on me when I was like 9. I was about Warrior Cats earlier today. I stopped reading Warrior Cats when, I don't think this is, well, maybe it's like a mild Warrior Cats spoiler. The second book series, when they leave the forest that the book takes place in, because of, like, I think it's like humans were building houses there or something. So they go on this long journey, and they like, I stopped reading at the part where they're like in a ravine and make a big deal about it, and like, and some kittens died because the journey was so tough. The journey part dragged on so much that I was like, you've lost me. I'm not interested anymore. I'm gonna go read something else. Bye. But I also read Warrior Cats like not like old, but a lot of people say like I read Warrior Cats when I was like 9, but I read it when I was like 14 because I was like, this is something I should have read, but I didn't know we were doing that. So I read it when I was a bit older than when most people read it, I think. But also, it's not like 14 is old, and also books don't have age, so really do whatever you want, unless they're, you know, pornographic. But yeah, let's cover this. I have some reference images that I'll show you in a bit, and then also direct you to the artists that made them, because they have some really cool stuff. To the point where it was hard to pick a reference image because I was like, okay, at this point I'm just gonna end up saving everything you've ever posted ever. So let's calm down. There's probably a better way to do this. I don't want to get white on the book. But yeah, what we're going for here, I don't know if you saw on the cover, it's like the Warrior Cat animation project open applications again. I don't know if you know what it is, but I plan on playing it to it. Oh, I don't know what it is, but I think I can gather from the name. Hey, you've got my vouch. We're going for like a glacier, Arctic kind of scene, because that's what the book happens in. And it made me kind of fall in love with that. I've had a lot of things recently get stuck in my head, and it's funny how, honestly, I don't know. I always say Dune. I know that's not how you say the fucking word. The Dune world planet has I fell in love with like the desert, and now I've fallen in with like desolate glacier landscape. So I'm really into my like biomes recently, I suppose. Arrakis, thank you, Arrakis. I think I'm rewatching Dune 1 tomorrow. Ah! Checks calendar. Yeah, today I'm watching Dune 1. Hi, Rain! Hello! Hello! Yeah, I was saying, I've had a strange day, which I feel like I always say that. I don't think I've ever hopped on here and been like, I've had a normal day. Yeah, I really want to rewatch Star Wars. Like, Star Wars. But I've been reading more than watching stuff, and the stuff I've watched has been like new stuff, not really rewatching. Anyway, what a strange day. For anyone that has no reason to know this, January 31st is the like final day you can submit your taxes and declare how much you made and everything. As a self-employed person in England, I don't know if it's UK or if it's just England actually, but whatever, you get it. So I've been doing that today, and it takes fucking ages, but I got through it. But it meant that I had to go back like a while back to like 2024 like kind of thing. Anyway, and it was kind of crazy seeing all these, not like being like how much money I used to make, but seeing old payouts. And from like, because there was a point from what I was declaring where I was working like 3.5 jobs, and it was kind of crazy to look back on. And it was a mix of gratefulness, both for myself and also just circumstance. I don't know. I'm gonna let this dry because I don't think, I'm no expert painter, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much if I just keep lathering paint on. I think I need to let it set a bit. Just being like, how the fuck did I used to do this? Like, healthcare job, retail job, streaming, and editing for other people at the same time. What? Crazy. Crazy madness. And the fact that I did all that and I was poorer than I am now, where I like I'm not gonna say I don't have a job, but like fucking hell, Austin. Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. I don't know. But I miss you. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I've had a good few days. Well, I've been like the past 4 days maybe a bit like miserable because of hormones, but circumstance wise, I'm good, thank you. I hope you're well. I will see you soon enough. But yeah, I just looking back on everything while doing my taxes gave me a lot of space to kind of be grateful for things in the past and also be grateful that I'm not in that situation now and I don't have to work 4 jobs just to like barely eat. Yeah, the way that I was doing all that and getting my food from a food bank because I didn't have enough food left over or money left over for food. It's fucking crazy, man. Crazy. So it's been a day of gratefulness, to be honest. Not sure if it's henna, but the designer henna is cool. Yeah, it is henna. Sorry, I forget it's there. Yeah, it's coming off a lot. It was a bit more of a what are we doing? I was honestly vibing with this Gorillaz album. I was testing out different patterns on. I guess this is probably easier. Different patterns. So here's more of like a tree bark kind of thing. And this is more like swirly. This is more like, and then this is like, and then this is like that. I don't have words for the other ones. And this is kind of a mixture of all of them coming together. But it was mainly so I could see which one I like the look of best, so that when it was done, I could be like, this is my favorite finger, which sounds like a really strange thing to say. But I really like this one. I think that's why I only have one hand done, because I was like, I'll pick one and then dedicate to it and cover myself in it. So I really like this one. Feel free to let me know which one you guys like. I'm sorry, camera's so bright. But I think this one's the winner. I like the droopiness of it. It feels like a weird liquid oil thing going on. That's so detailed. No, I don't. I mean, I think with henna, people think everything looks cool because it's like, wow, your hand looks cool. But I like your pointer, my index, this one. And there's designs here too. I've got some paint on my hand already. But these fade quick because I wash my hands. But this had like a weird, almost tentacle-like thing. This was more of a, this is on the tree finger, but it's more like a circle and a circle and a circle and a circle and a circle. And then these are kind of the same as what's on the other side. And that kind of goes. But yeah, I did this a few days ago. The thing with henna on my hand, though, is that because I'm a germaphobe, I use a lot of, like, highly, you know, not corrosive, but probably shouldn't scrub my hands with it 5,000 times a day stuff that I scrub my hands with 5,000 times a day, which is why this is fading already. It looks a lot better on camera, actually. Maybe this other camera kind of, yeah, like, that's a bit of a better, I think it's because I have high contrast on this one. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, okay, that's better. How high is my fucking I look like I'm going to heaven. I look like a being is taking me. The Time Lord regenerating is what it's giving. You have any tattoos? I don't. And I only have one piercing. I'll be able to leave it alone enough for it to stain. I used to do the same a lot with pen. It always came off. It's funny because henna sometimes for me is like this was like, because I was like, oh, I have a little bit left and I'd rather just use it till it like goes bad and doesn't, you know. But also I'd been working so constantly that I was like, if I actually force myself to not be able to use my hands or only be able to use one at least, then I have to just relax. Like it literally felt like breaking my own hand for 2 hours so that I would relax. Do you still want like the vampire bite tattoo? I don't think so. But in the same way that if I had gotten it done months ago, I probably wouldn't care that much that it's there. But I probably wouldn't go out and get it now. I don't know. I think with tattoos, when henna is around, why would I don't know. I get to change tattoos whenever I want and do them by myself. So. And if I ever want to do one in a place I can't reach, I just ask my friends. But yeah. Is this? I don't know. Hello, can I paint on you yet? Maybe I should have done this bit earlier. Triforce tattoo. That would go fucking crazy. Ugh. I love Zelda. My background right now, because I have the, yeah, it's a bit dry. I have, wallpaper engine that lets you have, like, funky backgrounds. I have Link's house from Twilight Princess. I'm gonna leave it a little longer, but I can tell it's nearly there. I have the Link's house from Twilight Princess. But it's like, and it's rebuilt through like Unreal Engine or something. Someone's like sculpted it with reference to the game, but it looks exactly the same from a cool angle. But it reflects real time, so when the sun goes down in real life, it's going down on my second monitor. It's so cool. I love it. It's such a cool background. And then on my main background, I have, well, maybe I could just like pull up a mirror. Where's my mirror? No, I won't screen share. I'm gonna show you a mirror. I have a Latias, a Lapras. The fuck? It's because I was looking through someone called Shiny Latios's Tumblr yesterday. Lapras, sorry. It's like animated, but you can't really tell. And she's chilling. And when I listen to music, she has little music notes coming out of her mouth. It's very cute. I love Lapras. I fucking love Lapras. But I also need to play Zelda so badly, but I never got around to it. You must! Everybody! Everybody must! Twilight Princess is one of my faves. I think Twilight Princess is my fave. I think it is. Yeah. Like, I really like Skyward Sword, but I have yet to replay it in adulthood, which I think is a sign that I don't like it that much. And I like Wind Waker, but not as much as I like Twilight Princess, so I think it wins. Fizz! Thank you for the 17 months. Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Thank you so much. Thank you! Very appreciated. I feel like I missed someone saying something. Ocarina of Time Lego set comes out 4 days after my birthday. I'm so upset about it. They're making a Lego set? That's crazy. I don't know. I think I went crazy. If you ever need someone to convince you, Reindeer may not convince you slash No, this is your sign. Other things probably. It's okay. I can't even see replies on chat arena. It doesn't work. I'm like 2 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. Well, I feel like I've said my feelings about Tears of the Kingdom a lot, but it really does give a DLC of Twilight Princess, of Breath of the Wild. I just didn't get into it. But I think maybe I'll give it a go again. Maybe I'll boot it up at some point and see what happens. Next time I have a long train journey. I forget how handheld the Switch is. I don't game as much as I used to. I have been recently. I forget that if I just brought a Switch with me in a bag when I have a long train journey, I could play Zelda. That idea is still bewildering to me in the way of a boomer being like, "What? How are people on your phone?" Like, so maybe next time I'm on a train, I'll bring my Switch and play Tears of the Kingdom. But also, apparently there's a new big Animal Crossing update. I don't really know what that's about, but I don't know if I'm super interested, to be honest. I do love Animal Crossing, but not enough to, like, my Switch to see an update. Tears of the Kingdom is the only Zelda game I've ever played, but unfortunately lost interest. It's such a bad one to start with. No, you need to start... I don't know. Depends on what you like. OMG, yes, Tears of the Kingdom is maybe more than twice the map size, but if it was like a DLC, they tried making it into a full game. Yeah, it felt too much like a DLC for me. I just wasn't very interested. I would have rathered to waiting, like, some more years and gotten an entirely new concept instead. Like a new Zelda game instead of just a sequel that is an entirely new game. But it's the same same world. I didn't gel with it. I really liked the aesthetics, though. I'm sorry, we've lost everyone that isn't a Zelda fan. I'm so sorry. I really like the aesthetics of the, can't remember their name. Can't remember their name. Like the turquoise, magical, ancient civilization people. Those guys. I liked that vibe. But also, Zelda games never miss with design. Yeah, Zonai. I like the look of the Zonai stuff. But that's... It's funny how much I love Zelda, because, yeah, I can love a concept or an art thing so much, but also, all games have awesome things like that, so it's not enough to impress me into saying that it's a decent Zelda game, because every game has really cool stuff. Like, I think it's why I also love Twilight Princess so much, is because the art of the, like, Twilight Realm and the aspects of Twilight and everything is just so fucking beautiful and cool. And is cooler than the Zonai, probably. But I can't say that with confidence. Anyway. Bunch of Zelda games emulated. I'm just trying to get through to 1 and Hades 2 first. Ooh, keep briefly playing... OOT? Oh, Ocarina of Time. Guess what I've been playing? Baldur's Gate 3! Yeah, I've been, I started a new save file on Baldur's Gate 3. I've been having so much fun. Fucking love that game. Seriously. Whenever I play Baldur's Gate... Okay, this is dry. I remember that it's, like, just the greatest game ever. Like, I can't. Like, every now and then, I think every half hour, maybe, that I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, I just stop and go, this fucking game is so good. So good. But yeah, I... never actually finished it, so no spoilers, please. Hello, Emilio. That's okay. Hey, we appreciate that you're here. Don't worry, Mono. I'm gonna get into it. My first save, which I never even finished. So I've never actually ever finished Baldur's Gate, despite having however many hours I have on it, which probably isn't a crazy amount compared to some people, but I'm not, like, the biggest gamer ever, so. My first save... it's gonna come as a shock to nobody. I was a rogue tiefling. And, I think I did multi-class, though. I can't remember what. And I had Gale, Astarion, and Will. Wow, all men. And I kind of accidentally romanced Gale on that run, but I think it just kind of happened, and I was like, you know what, it's an OC, it's not me, we'll just go with it, whatever. And in my current save, I have, I'm a druid outlander, not that that means much. Hi, Helena. And I'm really early game. Like, I'm at the druids. I can't remember. Emerald Grove. Still. Not moved. I also forgot to pick up Lae'zel. So I had to do that the other day because I was like, wait, I forgot that she's, like, actually right there. My plan for this run is, like, no men. Literally no men. So I'm gonna move on. Astarion's already tried to, like... And I forget that if you say no to Astarion, he just thinks you're flirting with him and playing hard to get. Yeah, Lae'zel's a person. She's a Gith Yankee. But yeah. Freaky frog woman. Very hot, angry woman. Yeah, no, she's awesome. So she's back. So I think I'm gonna do, also, I'm thinking of picking up Minthra. I think that's her name. Still haven't seen her, obviously, because I'm not gone to the Goblin Fortress. But you can have her as a companion, which I actually didn't know. So I'm gonna get, yeah, I think maybe get Karlach next. Karlach, Shadowheart, Lae'zel. And then maybe get Minthra. I think that's her name. But I don't know who I would, like, replace her for at this point. I don't know. Maybe, I'm sorry, Karlach. Maybe Karlach, because I had her in my other party. Ace, thank you for the raid. I didn't know you streamed. What the freak? Thank you so much. We're painting a book cover. Progress is slow because I'm having to wait for the white to dry, but welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're currently talking about Baldur's Gate. Minthara, thank you. We're talking about Baldur's Gate, but I won't dwell on it for too long because I know that people that haven't played it are going to be like, the fuck. So, yeah, thank you for the raid. That'll be an awesome stream. There's a new update where you can get her if you're not evil. I think if you just don't talk to her and knock her out, she ends up in the, and I guess mild spoilers here, when you get to the Moonrise Towers, like, prison, she will be in there knocked out, and then you can, like, recruit her if you break her out, is what I read. So, and I don't tend to read things about games like Baldur's Gate in advance, because I don't like, maybe not metaing, but yeah, I guess metaing. But, I was looking up a location or something, and it, like, came up on the side, like, how to get Minthara as a companion. And I was like, who? First of all, who? And then I was like, oh, the drow from the one of the 3 leaders of the thingy. So, I'm gonna give it a go, because I didn't even know that was an option. Yeah, apparently if you just don't talk to her and knock her out, she just shows up in Moonrise and is like, I'm ready to have my better person arc or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's my current save. Sounds like a good game, Pristine Yapping. It's so fun. It's so fun. Speaking of good, this book. Oh yeah, Raiders. The book is, because you can't see it anymore, The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. Goodness gracious, if you've read this book, speak. I spoke about this book so highly. Me and Smidge had friends over the other day, and I was talking to them about it, and then I stayed back because I had to. Well, I didn't really feel like walking. I was having a bit of a bad fibro day, like my legs are hurting. But also I had to wait for my medication to be delivered. So they were like, do you want to come with us? And I was like, I hate to wait for my medication. So I didn't go with, but because I'd spoken of it so highly and without spoilers, they came back and they both bought the book. I was like, guys, that's so sweet. Get friends that invest in your interests, or get a friend that listens to your recommendations and goes forward with them, because that's real shit. So they're both reading it now, and they reported that it's good, or one of them has reported that it's good. I don't know about the other one, but yeah, no, you gotta get yourself someone that you can mention something and be happy about it, or be like, this is so good, I'm enjoying it. And then within a few days, they're like, I watched that movie, or I listened to that album, or whatever, and yeah, it's so good, blah, blah. You need that in your life, by the way, just saying. It's so good. Which book? The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. It is, do you guys want, like, a brief overview with no spoilers? I'll do spoiler-free. I'm not gonna read the back, because the back of this edition is kind of spoilers. Like, I don't like the description of it. Not a fan. Okay, I'll do spoiler free. So first of all, before I say any of this book was released in, I believe, 1968. around that, like 1960 something. By Ursula K. Le Guin, who is now deceased. Rest in peace. And it is about, you follow the character called Genly I. I'm just gonna call him Genly. And he is like an envoy for the trying to describe this without it getting too wordy. This union of planets, it's very sci-fi. This union of planets that think like European Union kind of thing, where there's like trade in the community and everything, but they don't become, that doesn't make them one nation. It's more just like, I'm part of this union of planets. So there's like 87 of them. So he gets sent alone to this planet to convince them to join in on this union. And it'd be like, if any other planets disturb you, then we all back you up. Like, it's very, it's like a good thing, right? Well, depending on who you ask. And so it follows his story throughout it as like records of his, and I'm just gonna find you what he said at the beginning because I think it describes it well. I think this is the author's note. Yeah, it's here somewhere. So, parade in Erhenrang, and then it's like, from the archives of Hain, transcript of Ansible document 0101119342, Gethen, the name of the planet, to the stable on Olu, report from Genly I, first mobile, which is like his way of saying he's an envoy, on Gethen/winter, Highness cycle, 90th economical year. Yeah. So it's his like reports. And he says, I'll make my report as if I told a story, for I was taught as a child on my homeworld that truth is a matter of the imagination. The soundest fact may pale or prevail in the style of its telling, like that singular organic jewel of our seas, which grows brighter as one woman wears it, and worn by another dulls and goes to dust. Facts are no more solid, coherent, round, and real than pearls are. So I'm reading this so badly. But both are sensitive. The story is not all mine or told by me alone, blah, blah, blah. Goes on and on. So it switches between his POV to then, like, fables, like, tales from this world, and then also a different character eventually gets a POV, but I'm not going to spoil that. So yeah, his mission is, like, to go on this planet and be like, hello, would you like to join our union? So he's there for, like, a year by the time you start reading the book, and he's describing this parade and everything, and, like, the plot develops and everything, and obviously shit eventually hits the fan, so there's a plot and stuff. But here's the kickers of this planet, and you find this out pretty quickly. On this planet, they are humanoid, like, they kind of look like humans, but they are shorter, and their features are, like, they have, like, smaller noses and everything, and, because of the environment of the planet, like, very, it's just glaciers, it's fucking freezing, right? It's the Ice Age. People use the features of, like, the Inuit people a lot, so, Genly is perceived to be black because of the way that people on the planet compare him to them. So, like, and also, one of the additions, I think, shows two of the characters, and it, like, confirms the kind of appearance they have. So, hello? Huh? What is happening? Do I do a backflip? I don't remember what I'm supposed to. Holy fuck. Thank you so much, Pluto. What the hell? Thank you. Oh my god, Austin got one. Yay! Thank you so much. And Rando got one. Wait, yay! Okay, wait, regulars got it as well. That's good. Thank you so much. Where did that come from? I think I have a jig. I'll do a jig. I'll do a jig. La 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 la. Wait, I forgot. Hey. I'm doing a little jig. Thank you. Thank you so much. Pluto, thank you. What the hell? So talented. Well, I'm just painting a book white. Thank you. I come on here every day now and just paint colors like black. Paint colors black, awesome. Paint book covers black and wait to be paid. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious, thank you. Just in time for my tax return. That's awesome. Thanks so much. I think you actually did just cover my tax return. That's awesome. Thank you. Wait, actually, no, it was not that much. I didn't pay the voluntary tax. Wow, thank you. Today, one layer. Tomorrow, the next. So, on this planet, I'll carry what I was saying. Or I'll just sit here all day saying thank you. Wow. No, thank you. Cosmos, thanks for the 100 bits. Is it because I'm painting just nothingness that it seems like I'm doing stuff? Level 8 hype train! The fuck's happening? Thank you, Cosmos. I don't even have alerts anymore. Should I have alerts? I just get the standard ones. I probably should have alerts. I feel like if I am able to be subscribed to, I should probably have a little thing on screen, right? Started level 9, wow. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Fucking crazy, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, wow. So, on this planet, I'll just keep talking or I'll freak out. Oh, everyone coming in saying thank you to you, Pluto. Oh, you guys. God. In this planet, they are humanoid and seem like, you know, kind of human. Some of the features get defined as more like kind of a bit different to how we look, and the same goes for Genly. Like, I guess it's because it's so futuristic that humans have evolved a little bit. So, another big difference is, and get this, and you'll see why this is like a queer must-read, I guess, is that there's no male or female in the, like, Genethian species. They are completely like sex neutral beings, but their cycle, like let's just say hormonally to make things easier, their version of like a menstrual cycle, everyone has one. Like there's no male or female, everybody goes through this cycle, and during it there is a phase called Kemer, in which I know what some of you bitches are gonna say, in which you develop like what we know as male or female characteristics, and you basically are like uncontrollably wanting to make a baby. But then outside of that, no one talks about sex. So they Megaverse. See, I fucking knew someone was gonna say this. This is crazy. This was released in the 60s, and she basically made like a scientific, like, a Megaverse. So it's very interesting because that completely changes the shape of a world, right? Like, there's no such thing as like a patriarchy or anything, because everyone is just born sexless. And then every month when you go through Kemer, it's not like if you develop female, heavy on that, characteristics one month, you won't develop, like, that's it forever. Every month, that's what you get. Like, it changes. So, nobody can be like, you know what I mean? And also, the way sex is treated in general is very different because there's not so much like stigma around it, but it's also, if you're not in Kemer, then no one's talking about sex. Like, you know how in our world it's kind of everywhere, like that kind of theme, like songs, movies, art, like it's like the formation of our world almost, and in pop culture and everything. They don't really do that. They don't talk about it outside of when it's happening. And once it's happened, they just go back to whatever they were doing. And not because it's like, shh, you're not allowed to talk about it. Just because they just low-key get over it, like it's done, and then they're like, okay. And if you don't get pregnant, you just go back to neutral. Oh, actually, that's a spoiler. Never mind, I won't say it. But there are some really, like, whoa, lines in this book about stuff like that. I mean, this book is, like, riddled with whoa lines. I highlighted some of them. I think it'll be fine to look at them while it's drying. Without the ones without spoilers, of course. But it's super interesting to read about how a world like that, where there's no discrimination on what you're born as, how that shapes the society. And also, because you're reading in first person through Genly's eyes, he's a bit misogynistic. He refers to all the Ganethians with the he pronoun, so you're reading and it's like he. And then he gets like upset whenever someone acts kind of effeminate because he's reminded that they're actually, they're not men, but they're also not women. And he's just like, this makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, no, it's super, super interesting. And the story's so good. And the way it's written is so good. And I really, really recommend it. But I will give the disclaimer that it's not like an easy read per se. It's very wordy, but not in the way that you're like, God, we get it. Like every word matters and you can't skim a page. You have to read every word or you might lose what's going on. Is there still a hype train happening? I can't see it. It might not even be there. Imaginary hype train. Thank you again, by the way. Holy fuck. Like, trying to find him just like saying shit. No, I mean, you usually get 2 pages in and it's like spoiling. It's gone now. Goodbye, train. Goodbye. Yeah, that's a story. Yeah, no, just read it. Please just read it. I seem to have gotten straight with the landing as the emote. I can't even see it. Aww. That's so cute. Twitch emote? That just comes with Twitch. Where did you get that? Where did you get that? Oh, Stream Elements called you user. I'm really sorry. I'm in lurking mode today. Enjoy your lurk. Hi, Red Pack. Anyway, so that's the book. But it's so beautiful. It's so, so beautiful. Some of the lines are just haunting. Like just... fucking hell. But yeah, no, if you are like, I don't really like sci-fi, then maybe don't read it. Or if you prefer things that you can read while half asleep and understand what's going on, don't read it. But yeah, so that's why we're giving it this like glacier cover, because it takes place on a planet that people from Earth call winter. Sorry, I just hit you in the fucking face. Get oh. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave that to dry again. I think after this, we can do something other than white. Yeah, I think so. I wonder if I should have been doing the strokes that way. Because up here, you can tell I've been doing that. Yeah, okay, let's mess it up a bit more. Let's give it like a blizzard kind of feel. Guess what's booked out again? It's The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I hope I'm saying her name right. I've actually never heard her name said out loud. It could be like Ursula Kayla Jin, but I don't know why it would be said like that. I got it secondhand online for like $4. Yeah, anyone that's like, oh, this book's so expensive. I can guarantee you, if it's not a library, there's so many online websites where you can get secondhand books for like 2 fucking pennies. Come on. Just have a look. Okay, that's a bit more. You get them in the hype train? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, we're gonna let this try. Yeah. Oh, and I finished the first and second pieces from the drop this month. The patrons have access to like a tour of the first one. I finished the second one today, which is why I haven't posted about it yet on there. But yes. If anyone's interested, it's over there. And to anyone that's seen that, I hope you enjoyed it. It took me so long. But yeah. What else have I been up to? I don't know, a lot. But I feel like a lot of the things that I've been doing, if I start talking about them, I've been having I've been having this like insecure worry that I sound super pretentious whenever I talk about what I get up to, because none of it includes social media or anything. So it's giving like, I'm better than everyone else because I read books and journal and go out for walks instead of scrolling TikTok. But like, I don't know, it's true. I've been really into owls still. I try and, there's like, you have to go fucking miles. But, bye Rain, bye. Take care. Go on walks and try and spot owls. I haven't seen any yet. It's okay though. It's okay. But yeah, speak your truth. No, because it really is giving like, I don't know. Guys, you have to quit social media. I actually wrote about this super diluted in my journal, but I don't know where it is. But I spoke about, how many owls would it take for you to be freaked out? Like 6? Or like 5? I've seen 5 owls, I'd be like, okay. You saw them one day? Oh, not together? Okay. Like 12? I think. If they're all separate from one another, then maybe like 12. Like if it's like a big park and I'm walking around and saw 12 owls in one park, I'd be like, that's loads. I know, okay, yeah, 12, I would be like, there's someone's released owls. 5 and I'm done. Are you scared of owls? They won't do anything to you. Owls don't give a gaff about us. It was actually kind of funny. Because I love owls, I was like, oh, people do like owl experiences in like the like sanctuaries, like preserving places, right? They shouldn't be out in the day. No, I'm talking at night. I go out at dusk. So I went looking for like cheap owl experiences one day, and I found one that's if I saw an owl during the day period, I'd be like, are you good? And they had like a cheap price online, and then on this like voucher website. So then I was like, okay. And then I looked into them more because I don't want to go to some like abusive falconry place, right? And so I tried to find their website, and then I did, and then it said like book experience, and I was like, oh, it looks like it's gonna be cheaper if I just book online. Like it looks like it's one of those like, no, I kind of understand being scared of great gay owls. Great gay owl, me as fuck. Great gray owls, like the roundness and the smallness of their features can be a bit like jarring. I can understand that. So I went through like the checkout process of booking something with them, and I like just like key smashed just to get to the checkout part where it would tell me the price. But I didn't realize that's not how it worked, and I'd accidentally like key smashed a voucher code and hit like, okay, submit or whatever. And instead of it taking me to a checkout, it was like, okay, we booked your thing. And I was like, whoa, So because I key smashed the voucher, it just booked it for me thinking that I'd paid for it on the other website. So I was like, oh, fuck. So cue me getting a phone call the next day at 9 a.m. and I don't pick up unknown numbers. So I just let it go through, and then it was like leaving voicemail, and I was like, oh. And then it was saying like, there's this lady on the other side, and she was saying like, hey, like such a rude tone. Hey, yeah, you tried to book an experience with us, and the voucher code you put in like doesn't mean anything to us. Like it's like invalid. You can just send us a picture, or actually like try and buy something. I don't know. But this doesn't mean anything to us. It was giving like she hadn't actually thought about what she was gonna say. She thought I was gonna pick up, which is funny because you weren't prepared to say what you wanted to say when I picked up. This is a very strange voicemail, and I was like, okay, I don't really want to talk to this lady, so I'm not gonna reply. They call me the next day again at 9:30. Same lady leaves the same voicemail, only more aggressive, being like, this voucher doesn't mean anything. If you show up, we're not gonna attend to you. And I was like, damn! Like, I'm not always one to expect, like, exemplary customer service. I think we should all just treat each other like people, and if you happen to be working a job, I don't know. But I wouldn't talk to anyone the way she talked to me over the fucking phone after me trying to book something. And in the case that I were an idiot and did the wrong thing, I'd be so scared to call back. Like, why are you being so rude? So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna ignore it. I actually don't want to go to this place because they sound so mean. Because it's like supposedly like a small business, so she'd probably be there, and then she'd be like, oh, you're the stupid person that could book the fucking thing. I was like, I don't want to go to this place literally just because of how rude you sound over the phone and how bad your website is. Like, I should not be able to do what I did. I just wanted an answer as to how much it is without the voucher code. I don't know. It's like a horrific customer service. They call me for 2 weeks. Like a week and a half. Every morning for a week and a half, 9:30, my phone would ring, and this upset woman on the other side would leave me a very upset voicemail. To a point where I was like, I feel kind of bad, and maybe I shouldn't just be like, maybe this business is like, please buy. But sorry, maybe don't be so rude to me then. Maybe be nice. And then, because if they were nice to me over the phone, I would have been like, oh yeah, so sorry. I'm gonna book you proper one now. Like, I planned to go to this. Like, I planned the traveling route and everything. I cannot stress how rude and like mean they sounded over the phone. I was like, I want to talk to you. I don't even want to pick up and speak to you and say it was a mistake and I'm not interested. Sorry. Like, I'm so fucking scared. Every morning. Shit, I'm tired because she's waking me up. Every morning around 9 o'clock. Yeah, we're calling from the Alley experience. Like, these numbers mean nothing to us. I think you're like confused. I'm sorry. I'm so scared. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the. Oh, I actually didn't set this up. Okay, hold on. I'll show you guys. The reference images. I just thought it was so funny. Why are you being rude to me? Okay. Let me it's a bit smaller. Actually, do that. They're giving you a week before they unleash a flock of owls to your location. I'm so fucking scared. The college is gonna pull up. Okay. Here you go. So these are references. The watercolory ones, like this one, is by A Shadow One Snow. But, oh, sorry, A Shadow on Snow, not A Shadow on Snow. On Tumblr, this is their username. And they have, this one as well. And this one as well. And these are all, like, this is fan art from the book. This isn't just, like, random, these are scenes from the book. And then this one, also a scene from the book, is by, Angel. By this person. On Tumblr as well, because it's, like, the only social I use. So yeah, we're going to be taking inspiration from these. And I know that these are more watercolor and I only have acrylics, but we're just going to do what we can. So I am going to remove this, though, and just look at it myself. I hope that's I hope that's okay with everybody. But I think I'm gonna do a mix of this one because this like the shape of the book anyway. And this one. I really like these two. And I like this too. I like the lights. But it doesn't, this is like, this scene never happens in the book. There's like no mention of Northern Lights or like, everybody Alice at all, which is very interesting. This one's nice, but I don't think it would make sense. I think we're going more for these, especially this one. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. Yeah. Shout out again to A Shadow on Snow. They have some really, really nice art. Okay, so I need some blue. I need some blue, some blue. Okay, I can't. There we go. And like some brown for the sled, I guess. And the people. Hello to all the Swedish people. And then, I don't know. Traumatized when I opened it. I hadn't touched it in 9 years. I've only just figured out how Tumblr works. Like, I really like it, though. I've been, if we're really gonna get into this, I don't really post on there much. I don't say much often, but I scroll through there, like, every day. I've kind of been scrolling, especially Left-Handed Darkness stuff, because it's, like, the only feeling of fandom I'm ever able to get, because I'm not really anywhere else. It's one of the few social medias that I think lets you keep your agency, but has an algorithm. I feel like it's not as, like, with, you don't get a choice on what you're consuming, but you think you're enjoying it. Like, I don't know. It's a whole, like, essay I could write about agency and social media. But I feel like it's one of the less, brain-rotting ones. Like, I feel like everything on Tumblr, either it's so curated by you over time, or I use the search function more than the home function. The home function is, like, fine, but I like if I'm in the mood to indulge in something, you know. And then if you interact with things enough or follow certain tags, your For You just ends up being a very fun human things of the things that you like. So I, as a resident social media hater, Tumblr so far gets my pass. I'll allow it. Yeah, I've been enjoying my time there. Everyone seems really nice. If you don't look in the wrong places, like if you're gonna go to a fandom that's just generally messy, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, it's gonna be a bit messy. So there's that. But if you just look up fun, wholesome stuff, which is what you should be doing with your life anyway, then whatever. Well, you shouldn't only be looking at fun, wholesome stuff, but like, in the sense that if you're like a Yandere Sim fan for some fucking reason, you are not gonna have a wholesome, nice experience on there because of the thing that you like. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I've not worded that very well, have I? I need this for like the outline, I suppose. I don't know how much am I allowed to take inspiration from this without it being like a rude copy? I always wonder that with art. Like, it's a reference, but if I make it quite similar, is it like rude because I've kind of just copied it? I don't know. Years did someone get me out the building? I was just trying to think of like a hellish fandom. I probably just because they're like Hell of a Boss or something, but I don't know. I don't go there. I don't go to Yandere Sim either, but I was younger and more online when that was around than now. I actually don't know what's going on anymore with things. And to learn how tagging and reblogging works, because right now it feels like there's 1,000 rules to it that you don't know. Yeah, I feel like with new social media, sometimes you have to worry a bit about what's considered like rude, or like, I don't know. I've not really touched it at all, but I remember when I was like, well, you know, I've like never read fan fiction. It's just not something I've ever, um, like read. I don't know. Like, despite being online and kind of growing up in online spaces, I never read fan fiction. I was busy reading like books that I'd like had that, I don't know. So yeah, and then Smitch, who I live with, reads fan fiction. So I was like, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. You know, I didn't grow up trying it. So I made my AO3 account, which is now just collecting dust, sadly, and learned very quickly how many silent rules there are on AO3. Like, you can't say certain things. You can't, like, normally when you read something, if you're like reviewing something for your own enjoyment, I think it's because the author is right there and will receive a message whenever you say something. So it's different to if I sat here and reviewed this book, obviously, because it's like published and there's reviews on the back and everything. It's like a different story that you're able to kind of review it, but you're not allowed to comment on a fic being like, I liked it, but I think that this was like, it's not a space for discussion. The comment sections on AO3 are not a place for discussion or anything like that. Like, say something nice or don't say anything at all. And like, you know, it's very, I don't know. Does anyone know what I mean? I don't know if anyone here reads fanfiction a lot or is on AO3, but I noticed that quite quickly. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a good example of when you go onto a new platform, sometimes you have to kind of study the culture that they've been building while you've not been looking away. The time of critique is when author asks for criticism. Yeah. And, what was the other one? There's, like, so much stuff, especially, there's also rules as an author with, like, you're not allowed to, what was it? On, like, the bottom notes, I can't remember. It was a while ago. It was, like, a few months ago. But yeah, it's just a good example of having to learn etiquette on a platform. So I'm kind of getting around with that on Tumblr, especially with the concept that the tags aren't actually hashtags and there's more of like a secondary silent text, but also hashtags. But what are you allowed to tag? Like, I don't know. I mean, I had the, was it yesterday, I think? I checked the Krowfang hashtag, which I do from time to time. I don't know, just to see what's going on sometimes, you know? You would too. And someone had made C Crow fan art and put like in the tags, like, I don't know, like, I know she goes by Thruiris, like, I know Krowfang goes by Thruiris now, and I don't know how she would feel about me tagging this as Thruiris, so I'm just gonna tag as Krowfang kind of thing, being like, can someone let me know how she feels? But I saw it and I left actually, I'll just read the comment out, shall I? While this is doing its final little drawing, because I can see in the reflection it's a bit wet still. Where's it gone? Oh, also I'm Thruiris on Tumblr if anyone wants to follow me there, but no pressure. But here we go. Oh God, I said so much. I said, you know, this is so awesome about the art because it's awesome. And it said, in regards to the tags, I have a very easygoing view on these things. It's hard to offend me or do the wrong thing nowadays with tagging or grouping in past creations with new, so just do whatever you'd like. I even found this because I checked the hashtag Krowfang randomly, as I know people still post about my OCs, and it's nice to see that this time of my life's creations aren't forgotten and collecting dust. In the past, I wrestled with their constant presence in years later, and you might find records of me scolding people's refusal to let it die, but that was a very immature and generally angry mindset I don't stand by now. I've learned in truth that I love seeing something I presented and made so passionately so long ago still inspires people enough to talk or create about them. So yes, a long answer, sorry, but I just wanted to let you know that this made me happy and that of course I love this art, and especially your take on its tail. They did like a cool little design on the tail. And then thank you, da 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 da. But yeah. Even then I was like, do I comment this or do I reblog it? Like, I was like, I don't know, but I don't know, but it seems very kind of easygoing over there anyway. I I don't really comment on things, but authors are writing for enjoyment, not profit. So that's why there's the attitude of keep criticism to yourself. Yeah, purposely a departure from the source material. It's easy to avoid topics you don't like. Yeah. Like I agree definitely. Like if the author is literally right there and it will be pinged with everything you say, then don't say something mean unless they've asked for it. I feel like that's kind of just how you should be to people in general. But yeah, no, it was just interesting. The concept of there being an etiquette culture on a social media platform is interesting enough for me to start talking about it, to be honest with you. We were talking today, there's like a radio thing in the morning in the living room. It was like me, Smidge, and their mom and stuff. And someone was talking about how much they loved Housewives on the radio. And it sparked me saying, like, because then everyone was like, what a strange thing to be passionate about. And then I was saying, like, I can't remember. I lost it, whatever. It wasn't that interesting. It's fine. The responsibility to tag your fix correctly. See why people reading things they don't like too. So it's English change. Yeah, no, that too. Bye, Lumen. Thanks for chilling. Okay. Yeah, it's just interesting, but my Housewives point was not interesting, so let's leave it. What? Okay. I don't want to do an exact copy, but this is the art on the side is so beautiful. I think I'll do something here though, which for me in real life is on the other side of when they have stuff. This is the empty space on the other side. I'm just gonna do something here. Let's do like, obviously maybe look a bit strange because it's not watercolor. I feel like watercolor is the best way to approach like a glacier look, but it's okay. Play with my cat. Oh, kitty. Have fun. Let's see how is this the rebrand? Well, I don't know how long a while is if you're using the word rebrand, but like I quit, so I've been good. I've just been chilling. I've just been living life. I've been like recovering from the past 2 years is what it feels like, to be honest. Just the past couple years have been so insane that it's nice to catch my breath and be like, okay, what do I want to do? Because my death is not imminent anymore, and I don't have to worry so much about the things that would stress me out to the point of insanity before. So what would I actually like to do? But yeah, no, it's been nice to just live. This blue is to, I don't know. It's called denim. How fun is that? I didn't realize we were calling denim like a color. But maybe that's me being silly. Yeah. Can't believe it's taking me so long just to get it white, but I genuinely was not even dragging it out. It just took that long to dry. I didn't realize how long it would take. Yeah, thanks for asking, Ace. That's nice of you. I've been enjoying being off social media so much. I would just recommend it to everybody. If you feel like you have the strength to just stop using it, just stop using it. Like, I ran out of the strength to even argue about it for today, because I was talking about it earlier, off stream. But, like, life is so much nicer when you're not doing that shit. Please trust me. Let's try and make it, like, I don't know, because they have very perfect lines, but I feel like glaciers have a lot of cracky stuff. Well, how would I... Okay, let's just... Yeah, okay. Like, I should sit up a bit, because I'm looking at it from a very... Does my chair go any higher, actually? Oh. Yes, it does. Well, hello. Okay, now I have to readjust my camera. Oh, that's okay, right? Yeah, you can see my face. Oh, that's so much nicer. Hair dry comes in handy. Yeah. I don't have a hairdryer in here. This is like a little office shed thing. I don't have a hairdryer. And then I think I should put them here. I don't know. I don't know where the line is between it being like wrong to copy someone's art. So I'm trying to change aspects of it, but keep in mind the parts of it that I like. Oh, there's my black. I don't know. Someone tell me. You're not distributing it? I know, but I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, it's literally just gonna be on my bookshelf. So, put it over there. Yeah, you guys are right. Maybe I'm just too paranoid. But I take this seriously. Let's make it a bit. Yes, sure. Put some white on here. Yeah, because acrylic layers, doesn't it? So I can leave it to dry when it's like chunky. Get some more of that denim. I don't know. This doesn't feel very glaciery. It feels like a pool. I need like a gray. We have credits at them. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Or I should put their name on the thing, because I've decided I'm gonna leave it up apparently. Art by Shadow. Ah. There we go. Yeah, no, I've been really enjoying their blog. Oh, kicked my desk. Oh, kicked my desk and murdered you. I'm so sorry. That sounds like a sad song. So I kicked my desk and I murdered you. And now I'm lost in the shadow of what we went through. Just a little something I've been working on. Oh, maybe gray wasn't the move. Maybe I think it's just that the blue is too deep. Nope, I don't know. I think I shouldn't be detailing this, and I should instead just be deciding where I want the rest to be. Oh, goodness. I'm making so many mistakes. You know what's awesome about painting though is that you can just go over it again in white. Has anyone here ever like got into painting? I don't know what getting into painting properly entails, but I guess I'll leave that up to your subjection and you just let me know. I don't know if subjection is a word actually. Been making up words lately. You know, I said yesterday at the function, I'll accept octopus, and then I realized that that is not an English saying. And I had to explain the lore behind the Spanish saying aceptamos pulpo, which was kind of funny. But yeah, well, fine, since you asked. There was like this Spanish advert ages ago, like fucking years ago, of this like Scrabble, but not really, where you would be said like it comes from a part where it says domestic pets kind of thing, and you have to find a word that is of a domestic pet. So this guy found pulpo, which means octopus. So then he was like, oh, I have octopus. The family looks around and they go, and he's like, will you accept it? And then they all go, we'll accept octopus as a domestic animal, which is way wordier in English. And it turned into the saying of like, yeah, it's a bit far-fetched, but I'll accept octopus. Like, not entirely accurate and not entirely what I had in mind, but I'll accept octopus as a domestic pet, which is a crazy reach because an octopus is not a domestic pet. Do you get it? Do you get it now? So I had to like explain the lore because my friends were like, no, I'm sorry, you have to explain this saying now because what are you talking about? But also pulpo is also similar to pulp in English, like the pulp you get in juice. So people thought it was, I accept pulp, not octopus, in the sense that, oh yeah, I'll have an orange juice, please. And then it comes with pulp, and you didn't know it'd come with pulp. But you don't mind pulp, so you go, I accept pulp. Like, it's not what I had in mind, but I'll take it. It's the same sentiment for both ways. There's just different roots of it, I suppose, which is interesting. But yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I do that a lot, Mono. To the point where Smidge has a fucking notes app thing of just random shit I've said that, because it's not a saying in English, just sounds fucking ridiculous. Yeah. I think one of them that people always laugh at when they read it out is like the 6 fish one, I think. Or like 4 fish, where it's when I go like, yeah, there'll be like 4 fish there. We're talking about like a party or something. And I'll be like, what the fuck? So stupid. Yeah, I'll accept octopus. I was talking about a fucking mug of tea, by the way. My friends made me tea, and they were like, is it good? And I was like, yeah, but because you made it, I'd accept octopus. Sorry, what? So dumb. Okay, there we go. We're getting a bit of structure going. I think the trick is to kind of just do this, right? The trick in question is to destroy your paintbrush. These are whimsical phrases. You guys have, like, you have so many good words, I feel. You're missing a lot of words, but you have some good words. But no good phrases. No good sayings. All the sayings feel so dull and boring and like an attempt at funny, but it's not funny. Like, you have no, like, practical but entertaining and cultural sentences. Like, you're really missing that. I don't know. What do I know? I'm cranky about England all the time. But yeah. I'm gonna get ice cream and feed my cats. I'm so jealous. You have a cat and ice cream? Some people have it all. Okay, I'm doing too much. Oh, I don't know about this so far. This definitely needs to be fixed. I'm gonna add a shitload of weight to this again. I'm gonna revisit that in a sec. I don't know, it's so hard. Obviously, watercolor is, I don't want to say anything out loud. I do trust you, Cosmos, though, but that's funny. Yeah, I mean, ladybug is, like, in Spanish, is, like, a homophobic slur. Like, to call a guy ladybug is to call him, like, the F slur. Which is... yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. Not a Scooby. My granddad says that. Like, all the time. Even when he doesn't know what's going on, he doesn't have a Scooby. Don't have a Scooby. He's Scottish. He also doesn't talk like that. He also just randomly says Scooby-Doo. It's not always it's the saying. Sometimes he'll be walking somewhere and he'll just go, Scooby-Doo. I think it's lost all correlation to the dog at this point. Dang. I don't know. Very difficult. Maybe I should have done watercolor. I should have done acrylic base with watercolor. But again, beautiful thing about paint, it's you can just paint over it. Woohoo! Yeah, I know, it's really funny because he's very Scottish, so I don't know. I guess it's also Scottish. He's only ever lived in Scotland and London, so I don't know where he would have gotten it from. Okay, there we go. See, I like this. Oh, it actually looks kind of better on camera. It looks very... This is very pale. This is so much... Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is like that. Right? It's not just the lighting, is it? Oh, it actually looks a lot nicer when I hold it up. Okay. Faith restored. And I like how they've done the... Hester said London is used all around the round. Let's be fair. Oh, well, there we go then. Oh, I don't know if there's any good place here to put it, though. Maybe not, then. We'll leave it. Okay, let's do... Let's kind of try and help this again. What time is it? Fuck. Where's the day gone? I don't like this bit. Let's just smudge it. I'll just let it dry and fix it later. La 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 la. I've heard it too, but outside the UK. Oh. Oh. It's gone global! Okay. I guess I'll start painting them before I forget that I'm painting people on the front. And go, crap, I forgot the people. This is gonna be tough. So they're gonna be so small. Maybe I'll do the... Do I have a smaller one? This isn't even small enough. No, that's as small as it gets. That's a bit frightening. Okay. At the end of any word conceivable to being drunk is a good one too. I guess so. I guess that is a thing that's done. You know what? No. I don't want to get a headache. I'm getting new glasses soon. I really don't like these anymore. Let me just like... I should do a side-by-side comparison every stream of like how much my how much more disheveled I look. Okay, I think here. Okay. Okay. And then like this. Oh, I already used that. When have I used that? Oh, no, that makes sense. Makes sense. I feel like maybe this isn't the greatest color, but no, it's a bit too bright, isn't it? I should drink some water. I haven't drank any water since starting stream. I'm parched. I don't know if anyone else here is on Ritalin, but do you get the side effect where you're actually forever thirsty? Feels like I've been cursed to just... My thirst will never be quenched ever. It's so annoying. Okay, and then... This is like the pushy bit. Seeing this art makes me realize that I was picturing how they were, the part where they're doing this on the game. Yeah, well, Ritalin is a steroid, it's a stimulant. Well, whatever. Whatever. I was picturing it totally different, how they were pulling the sledge sleigh thing, which is interesting. Whoops! Okay. Now I need to do... I'm gonna do... this. Okay. I'm so scared. I really don't want to mess this bit up. Okay. It's a bit too similar of a color, but... just lighten it a little. Pretty please. Trivia's and my mom loves these. But I don't mind. I don't mind. There's a song of theirs that I do quite like, but I don't remember what it's called. I think I'm gonna redo my Spotify later, because I don't even... like, my playlists are so outdated, I don't even click on my playlists anymore. Sometimes I click on my go-to playlist, my sleep playlist, and that's it. That's it. I don't like the color that they've given them, so I'm gonna change the color. I'm gonna make it green. 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 I don't know if that's very Arctic though. But I just feel like... I feel like the people in the book wouldn't have this like mustardy color. I don't know if they'd agree. Part of me is tempted to do red. Like a vermilion. Is this vermilion? Deep red. Like a very... kind of vermilion. I don't know. Or maybe they kind of cooked with the mustardy color. It's giving Christmas. Or I have purple. I don't think I want purple though. I don't know. Now that I look at it, I kind of understand why they went with this. What do you think, guys? For the people's coats. I think red. Is that crazy? Logistically, they wouldn't have worn red things because of the situation they're in, but hey, it turns out the artist knew what they were doing. Never mind, we'll do the mustard. We'll mix the mustard, the brown, and some white, and we'll see what happens. Red. I do think the red is cool. Or I could just do black. I could just make them like really stand out if I did it black, but their pulley thingies are black, so maybe not. Their pulley thingies, like the leads. Or let's throw... I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Oh, kind of. I feel like my makeshift palette, it's just a paper bag. Okay, we've got like a kind of murky green. Bye, Mono! No, it's too swampy. Oh, I do like the red. Should we just do red? Let's see. Let's just see. Let's see. Never used the red. Would you look at that? But we'll mix it with black, I think, because I want like a vermilion, like deep not that deep. Holy fucking shit. Or, I don't know. Well, now it just kind of looks burgundy. I've never taken color theory in my life. I don't know I'm yelling, or the microphone's not even that far. Okay. Actually, I fuck with that. I fuck with burgundy. Let's do that. So I'm kind of just doing a... I'm so scared. Oh, wow. Oh no, it looks kind of like a stick figure. It's too like stick figure-y crap. Alright, hold on, let's see what we can do. Well, I feel like it's just because there's not any, like, haze on the sides. Right, I'm just looking forward to the skirt Smith traded you for because your style is impeccable. I didn't realize they told you about that. Hey, I hope you enjoy it. I don't know if they told you which one, so I won't spoil. But if you're invested in my style, then you'll know it straight away. And I'm very glad it's going to... Well, I'm not going to say you, someone I know, because I don't really know you, but I'm glad it's not just one of those where I, like, put it on Depop or something and it goes to a stranger and I never know if it's... I don't know if it's fate. It's nice when you ship something and you kind of know who it's going to. Which is why I find commissions really fun sometimes. Because it's, like, it's nice to know that this is going to a community member. Okay. I'm just gonna do cream, because I don't know which character I'd kind of like the idea of. Fine. There's... in this art, there's a character with a stick poking a head, which tells me which character it is, I believe, but I'm not adding the stick, I don't think. So I'm just gonna do... okay. It's okay, it's okay. Sometimes I forget what that's from. When I'm live, my brain reminds me. It's honestly just one of my vocal stems, which is kind of funny. Or maybe I will include the stick. Go on, you can have a stick. There you go. Enjoy. And then they need boots. Or like skis, I guess. Just do very gentle little dabs. Oh crap! Crap. It's like... it's so annoying because I mixed the color on the trousers out. Like I used it for something else, so I don't have it anymore. Okay, there we go. I think that looks okay. I feel like it needs to be like that, yeah. Yeah, okay. What do we make of this? Oh, you can barely see. Okay, hey. I'm not mad at this. This is okay so far. Oh. I'm not mad. This needs fixing, but otherwise I'm chilling. Let's add... I don't know why. I guess like, I don't want to say brain rot, but I was about to say I'm gonna add an untempered schism. Okay. Just draw a TARDIS while we're at it. What the fuck? Thanks guys. Thanks for complimenting it. Thank you everybody involved. Okay. I want to add one of these fun cracks that are going on. Like, maybe here. Yeah, the Untempered Schism is like a Doctor Who thing. It's like, to describe it really simply, it's like looking into infinite void. So I don't know why I decided that that was something that should be added to a Left-Handed Darkness book cover, but hey. I don't know. I want to add... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Bit of a crack going on. Evil men. Oh, not what I meant. Okay. Like I can, yeah, I can draw on top of that now. Let's add here. We're getting there. We'll be done with this soon, I reckon. Let me use this. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, guys, this has been fun. Not that I'm leaving like right now, but I just thought I would vocalize that it's always nice to stream nowadays. No pressure of anything. We're just chilling. days and kind of when the inspiration for you hits, it is kind of like, yeah, it doesn't even look good from this angle. It's like how Lady Gaga was like, when I make music, I'm just listening and trying to bring it to life. Like, it's kind of like that, where it's like they're telling you their story and you have to figure it out backwards. Like, I've had that so bad with this OC and just story that I've been making when I'm inspired to, but I keep getting frustrated as if he's like, one of the characters is like a real person that won't fucking just speak clearly. Because the story is coming to me so backwards in such random chunks. And I keep wanting to sit this character down and interview them, being like, what's happening? Why are you being like, I don't understand what's going on. Has anyone else ever had that with an OC? I need, like, me and OC, therapy. I have an OC who's just a side character. No, I like them more than the original main character. That's so fun. It's part where we kill the main character and make them the main character. Just kidding! Right. Why did I add that color? That's not... Thank you. Let's just do that. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, okay. This bit's fun. This is fun. I like this. What? No, I can't. Oh, because they're dating? But no, I can't. Yeah, you can. Doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. It's your people. You can kill them all. It's fine. I kill a lot of my main characters. I'm just gonna say it. Most of my main characters are dead. And I don't death bait. One of the only death baits I've ever done was like a massive plot in the book, and it was more of a plot twist because I basically fed the, and you can't find this online now. I fed a story happening whilst also writing another story, but didn't reveal until this like big central point that the backstory I was writing was the backstory of the main character. So that was like the gag, because at the end of one of them, he dies, and then in the other story, it's like how he's actually not dead and what ends up happening. So that was one of the only death baits I've done. But I knew from the beginning that it was going to be a death bait, so I don't know how much that counts. like Crowathon 2 earnings. That's how far back I was going. Which is fucking crazy. Like, seeing some of those figures and then being like, looking at the month and being like, that was one of the poorest months of my life. Was so jarring. I already spoke about that earlier there. I can't be bothered to keep talking about it, but it was just kind of funny how it works. I was thinking about subathons the other day. Hi Alex. I'm good, thank you. We're just painting a cover of a book I've just finished. This is 2 of the characters in the Arctic. Yeah, I was thinking about subathons. I'm wondering if I'd ever do one again, but in a weird way, I think I would, but it wouldn't be so money driven, which is like, but it wouldn't be like a, I don't know. I just think for me right now, the idea of sitting in front of a camera and being like, guys, if you just give me 5 million more pounds, I will do this thing. It makes me feel like one of those, I need to calm down here. I'm ruining it. What are they called? The, like, fortune teller machines. You, like, put a coin in and it speaks to you. It makes me feel like one of those. Like, I will do things, but only at your expense. So, I don't know. There are certain ways in which, like, yeah, okay, because then it helps fund the thing that you're doing. Like, if the thing involves spending money, then I would like it funded, because then it's paid for, and then also I get to entertain, kind of thing. But I don't think I could do a subathon in the traditional sense anymore. I don't know. But I don't know, I like the late night hanging out. It's been 5 days kind of thing that sprouts from it. I think I would like that. So maybe I'll just do a long ass stream without the whole like other side of it. But I don't know. That's very, I'm not really thinking about that too seriously, but I don't know. There's a certain vibe of like day 4 of a subathon that I really enjoy. As much as it may seem that streamers, or so not streamers like me, might seem to not be enjoying it sometimes. I want to try and do this thing they did where they kind of, yeah, showed how deep it is by doing this. I've also forgotten to mention in this that there's a whole thing about this being like blue. I don't know if I'd be able to find it now in the book, but this isn't really a spoiler. One of them falls in and gets like pulled out by the other because they're like harnessed and like gets like yanked out. And they're like, "Oh my, are you okay?" And the other one is just like in like this trance of like blue, all blue, it's all blue. And the other one's like, "Are you good?" And they snap out of it pretty quickly, and they're just like, you go ahead and poke with the stick. So what I was saying earlier, I think this is after that scene, because one of them has a stick in the reference picture. So this is the guy that fell in. But yeah, it's, that's why it's like very blue, I guess, subconsciously. I just remembered that, that part. Yeah, it was very, yeah. It was one of the bits where I was like, I fucking knew you was gonna make one of them fall in. I hate that I thought of outsiders. Wait, what part? What does that remind you of? I'm trying to think. Are you thinking of the sewers? You might not be thinking my POV, but I don't really know what everyone else was up to still. To this day, if you ask me about someone else's outsiders POV but mine, and I know a little bit about Owen's, I'd be like, oh, they did that? Like, I don't know. I was literally minding my own business. Like, most of my lore streams are literally just me, chilling and doing my own thing. WW. Crap. By who was in that after learning about creators, as I was nowhere near the MC scene, creators who were in it. Falling into Ice Gracie. Oh, that's true. God. We gotta, like, come together, all the outsiders, and make, like, a fucking insane documentary about the, like, behind the scenes. I think that'd be so funny. But also, let's not do that. But, like, it's a funny idea. I think me and Owen joke about it every time we meet up. Like, wouldn't it be funny if we just did, like, a docu-series? Like, it's giving, like, TMZ level of, like, sitting down. There's, like, an interviewer on the chair being like, so this happened. And then the person's like, it just cuts to me, and I'm, like, desolate. Yeah, no, it was... Been live for 3 hours and 45... Hey, it's happened to us all. It's happened to me before. I forgot to end stream and I raided someone and then immediately went into a VC and you could hear the person's stream and the VC that I was in. And obviously I wasn't saying anything horrible about the person. I was just being like, yeah, just give me a sec. I'm just like listening to this person. Because when you raid someone, they normally like when you raided me and I said like, oh, hey, like, I didn't know you should, like, hope you had fun, blah, blah, blah. Like, people don't just go, thanks for the raid, and then move on. Most of the time, they further speak. So I'm like, hold on, let me listen. And then I go, oh, I'm still alive. That was ages ago. But yeah, no, don't worry. We've all been there. I'm struggling a bit now. Right, then end on OBS. Yeah. And then close OBS. There's no reason to have it open. Just close it. It's fine. I want this to have something darker in it, but I'm really scared. Because from this perspective, I don't think it makes any sense. Except if I maybe did... like... on the sides here, maybe. Maybe. Ooh, that's a big glob. I didn't want all that. Thank you, though. Okay. And then let's smell this. And, I like that you really don't have to fucking know anything with painting. If it's like, you don't need to even know anatomy. If it's like a landscape, just do 2 blobs with some legs and like a discernible figure. It's so fun. Okay, I think with this bit, it should have, because I'm incorporating the like black details now. With like, it's this kind of effect with depth by the looks of it. So I'm gonna okay, give me some denim, quick. We don't have time for this.
From Venus to Mars, back to Earth, back to the HBO satellite. It's showtime, nigga. King Geedorah on board. MF Doom.
Okay. Hey, the important part is that nobody freaks out. This bit is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. Dude, blah blah painting period. Yeah. Oh, I just realized I should give them a little trail because they're dragging a sleigh. This one would be good for that. I don't really know what to do about this. Oh, it looks low-key better on camera than in real life. You can tell in real life that I've been fucking with it nonstop. Because it now has so much more paint. Like, this is fine. I don't know. Part of me's like, okay, just wipe it off, but I don't really want to do that. I don't know how to, you know what, this might be better. Do you see what I mean? Like, you can tell that that's been, wow, it looks quite nice, actually. I like this white bit here. I need to give a trail to the sleigh. That's definitely why it feels a bit weird. Like...
Things on the re-up. Of course I'm living fat. Mama say these outside, nigga, where yours at? Top down on a good day. Decatur out on Woodway. Got cash thinking should I stay? Fuck what the hood say. Niggas wanna rob me now. Bitch, you wanna stop me now. Hoes didn't holler last year. Feel sorry now. Practice jump shots. Reggie Mill, Robert Ory now. The nigga that you with played like Atari now. Lyrically unorthodox. I flow continuous. Never on a straight path. I'm known to bend and twist. Put it down from the suburb to the tenement. You betting against me, but wonder where your money went. I get the
Jarvis,
cash,
enhance.
like trash, don't stack up mean stats. They used to
Jarvis,
call me
enhance.
math.
Enhance the image. Jarvis.
As they say in the South, bitch, give me some hay.
Excuse me, mister, do she got a sister? Who he not to kiss her? True, she do got a blister. Not a movie plot twist.
Okay,
like a
but it
Twizzler.
still needs
If
to
I needed my
kind of
meat
have,
burnt, I
yeah.
go to Sizzler. Getting paid like a biker with the best crank, sprayed like a high rank sniper in the West Bank.
How's that look?
Tight to just blanket, don't show much pity.
Did I do too much?
I always keep a
Did I do too much?
till she asks me where the trees
Did I
at.
do too
Don't
much?
squeeze that. Rats wanna tease a cat. Let the
No, I
dog
think it's
bag
okay.
wait up. Who talking? Doom with
Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna make the trail go off cam. Off cam? Wow. Off view. I feel like that'll help as well. Yeah, there we go. Why not? Give this a bit of a... Okay. You are getting on my fucking nerves. Okay. Let's just do it then. Everybody hold on to whatever you have near you. It's already so dry. Oh no, I'm getting to like the actual surface of the book. Wait. That kind of looks awesome. You know what? Whatever. Okay. Sorry, that like destroyed my bin for some reason. I'm not even kidding. That looks great. This little bit here, can you see that? That little hint of blue is the actual book, but it like blends in quite nicely. I just need to fix this. I will admit that that needs a bit of love. Okay, yeah, okay. She's a little better than she was. And now we're getting to like final detail stage. We're gonna be done with this in a second. This is cool. I'm not gonna write on it. Like I'm not gonna put the title anywhere or anything. I don't think it's really necessary. I'm just gonna add little. Yes. I don't know if you guys heard. Sorry, I was just saying. Couldn't see anything. Okay. I want to add, like... I've noticed that I if it's like the ingredients they're working with or something. It tastes like shit. Don't like it. But in Spain, it's delicious. Like my like local like Indian and Chinese restaurants in Spain. Fire! Fire. So good. All of them good. All over the whole country, they're always good. Then I go to England. There's like some okay ones, but let me tell you something. Panda Express will give you vomit in a box. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Did not like it. Okay. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I can't really think of anything to add. I've managed to not touch the pages really, except for these. So that's fine. Which I'll admit I'm impressed. Oh. Okay. So there's a little bit, but not that much. Okay. What do you think, guys? Do you want to see? Come on over then. Do you like it?
Yes.
Thank
like
you.
That thing That's very good.
Thank you so much.
I like it a lot. I like the blending.
Yeah, I struggled a bit with some of it.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah. Can stream see? Yeah. I think I got all of thing on. Okay, I'm back down here. Oh, let me just get rid of this camera.
Wait, but
Oh. Hey, well. There you go. This is Smidge for anybody anywhere. Smidge Smidges. Smidge has been stitching. Ooh. Fun stars. Is that all of them?
yeah. No.
Oh.
I managed to make it so that I
So
can
many.
give someone this side because it was on one, so I split it evenly. So these are yet to be finished. I've done one.
Great. Oh, I want to touch it, but I'm scared. Very cute. I like the blue stars sparkling. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to go wash my hands. But yes, we're done. We're done. Done. I'm done. I'm done. Wow. That was really fun, guys. Oh, I didn't even turn these lights on. That's funny. I thought the lighting was a bit weird.